doing his reputation no end of good.
With only Toma the spoiler. Only Toma left, let's put it
Yeah.
with the spoiler.
I thought he'd get the left hip over there, but he just showed it a couple of times and then dropped for that rather poor effort at Setemiwaza. I wonder what it was that, one, kept him from throwing the hip right across, and then two, from thinking about the Setemiwaza at that point. No threat from Nagase.
Nagase's yet to put in a good Tachiwaza attempt here. He needs to start thinking about getting busy. That was a little better. He's turning in a bit.
Toma's looking at Uchimata now, isn't he? Just got that feet position, hands reasonably well placed. Just has to break the grip up, look for something else. He's really up with the big guys now, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
He's just surrounded by people who are at least a generation older than he is. He's
got some of his coaching staff sitting behind him too.
Oh.
So he's
just slipped there.
You can see the flexibility on Nagase, right? I mean, and part of it
You
is his
said that
limbs are
before,
so
yeah.
long. He's got these long, flexible limbs.
This time it's Nagase who didn't like the first grip, but he's got a much better one now. He's having a look. He'd like Toma to be moving rather than just standing there waiting for him. You get the feeling that he's just waiting to bring him in.
There's Kanemato again.
They both pay for it by picking up penalties. Now it's Toma that makes the move. Nagase has picked up 2 penalties. Toma just the one. Has another look at the Uchimata, and then on the way down, a bit of Ashiwaza from Toma. Again, threatened with the hip to go across, but still bailed out. Hasn't put in a full-blooded attack on that left side yet.
As time runs down here, pressure's going to increase on Nagase. Doesn't want to wait to that 30-second mark with the penalty and no scores. Paid himself in the corner there. He tries to get too tactical here, and
Time now for Toma to come up with a big attack. Those little foot taps aren't going to be enough, nor other counters. With 2 Shidos to 1, Toma can't afford.
couple more attacks by Nagase.
Exactly. See, the foot taps aren't enough. They're not going to count as attacks. Got to come up with something a bit bigger. Well, tactically. Oh, he was lucky that he got the right foot back in, but it may not be enough. I think he's going to pick up a passivity penalty. Yeah.
There you go.
You know, if we can see it, you've got to sense that. I mean, you're just a few seconds away from a gold medal. You've got to be aware of that. We were talking about it for about 40 seconds.
Well, we were saying, we were saying the 2.5 minute mark that Nagase had to get busy, and he did, and Toma had no counter to it, and now, he's squandered that chance.
He's allowed him back in. I mean, nobody wants to play that penalty game, but if that's part of the sport, you have to be aware of it. You have to be able to manage it. Toma didn't manage that situation that well, and now we go into golden score. We didn't have to be here.
He's got the leg up.
Better efforts than Toma as well.
Basically, he's seen a turn of the tide, if you will. Hopefully, Nagase will not revert back to small tactics. It's a good sign there. He's got to step on the pedal now.
It's not enough. It's like shadow boxing.
Right.
A little bit of a look here, a little stab there, but not even a jab. If he were a boxer, he wouldn't even have thrown a jab, far less a punch. They're not going to let this go on. If he gets away with it now, it'll be the last time.
I think 2 more attacks by Nagase and he'll do it.
This cycle, Nagase could take it here. It's got to be a big, genuine attack to keep Toma in this.
One of those shoots, you just get his leg up there and
what's ailing him? I mean, you know, he doesn't look as though he's got any injury. And now Nagase just pulls him around. See, Nagase doesn't even have to put a second hand on him. He just has to look reasonably busy.
Oh.
He hasn't done a great deal. He's just looked better than Toma has.
It's like...
Yeah, it's done. If I was his coach, I'd be pulling my hair out. I mean, I haven't got any hair anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But
well, you said if you were his coach.
Yeah, exactly. He's still got some left, although it's grey. And now
he's losing it.
And now we know why.
Yes.
Toma froze. I mean, okay, he takes it. That's a little bit different. He accepts that. He says, yeah, okay. I know, I did it. He didn't throw his hands out and say, whoa, what's going on? No, he knew. All right, so maybe there's something ailing him. We don't